Good morning. Welcome back to day 2 of our conference. I am going to wait for us to settle down. Thank you very much. So welcome back to day 2. I know people are still trickling in, but I made a promise yesterday that we will start promptly at 9 o'clock because we were going to play the recording of Justice Zondo. And I have good news for you. We have him live. So those of us who are we are catching the early bird, right? We are the bird that catches the worm. We are the early bird that catches the worm. Justice Zondo is online and is joining us live via Zoom. And we'd like to welcome him to this conference on day 2. Chief Justice, we are very, very pleased to have you join us on this day 2. Apologies for yesterday, but we think that this is even better for us because we are going to be hearing you talk to us live. Chief Justice Zondo does not need any introduction to us. I mean, this is the second year in a row we are sitting and deliberating on the work that he has done. So Chief Justice, I don't want to waste any time. We're very happy to have you here, and we're just going to stream on live to you. I'm going to just hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Program Director, for those nice words of introduction. The leadership of CASAC, Mr. Lawson Naidu, Executive Secretary of CASAC, and other members in the leadership of CASAC present, as well as leaders of PARI present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to thank the leadership of CASAC and PARI for inviting me to deliver the keynote address at this very important conference, which is a follow-up to another conference that the two organizations hosted in September last year. I apologize that I'm not able to deliver this address in person, which is what I would have preferred, instead of a virtual address. Apologies from me again also about yesterday. I had prepared and recorded the paper, a speech that was to be played yesterday, but technology let us down, and I just want to thank all of you for your patience and for your understanding, and for the arrangement that I could still deliver the address this morning virtually. The conference that PARI and CASAC organized last year happened about 3 months after I handed over to the President the last 2 parts of the report of the Commission. And the two organizations kindly invited me to deliver a keynote address at their conference in September. Unfortunately, I was not able to do so because I was still busy with correcting some errors that we had discovered in the report. And apart from that, I was completely exhausted after running the Commission for 4 years. I want to take this opportunity also to thank PARI and CASAC for the initiative they took to organize last year's conference to discuss and gain an understanding of the Commission's findings and recommendations. As I understand the position, either before or after the conference, these organizations took the position that they would put pressure on government to implement the recommendations of the Commission, or at least some of them. I understand that this was not just simply a decision to put pressure that the government should implement the resolutions or recommendations of the Commission, but actually it was a decision to put pressure on government to intensify is fight against corruption. In fact, there were a number of other organizations who took the decision that they would not allow government to let the Commission's report lie in some office gathering dust. They decided that the damage that had been caused by state capture in this country was too far-reaching for the Commission's report, its findings and recommendations to be allowed to be ignored. The Defend Our Democracy is one of those organizations which already in June 2022, actually before I handed over the last two parts of the report, took the decision and called for the implementation of the recommendations of the Commission. Another entity which appears to have taken such a decision also is the African Public Procurement Unit at the University of Stellenbosch, which said it was inspired by part of what was written in the report about public procurement, that it decided that it would have two workshops to discuss how it could assist in ensuring that there is an appropriate public procurement reform in this country. Another institution is the Institute for African Alternatives, which also has taken a decision that it would like to put pressure on government, on Parliament, to implement all the 16 recommendations that the Commission made that related to Parliament. In fact, there were other organizations, including faith-based organizations, which came together and took the stance that pressure needed to be put on all concerned to make sure that the recommendations of the Commission were implemented. I appreciate that when these organizations, including ARI and CASAC, took the decision they took that they would put pressure on government to implement the